Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Don't Breathe 2016, produced by Sam Raimi of Evil Dead, Darkman, and Spider-Man fame. I didn't like Darkman. I liked the Spider-Man 3 that everybody hated, except me. I loved Evil Dead, all three movies, Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, and Army of Darkness. So this is going to be a low budget. I think it was produced for $9.9 million. It ended up grossing over $50 million, something like that. It's not really a horror flick. It's more like a suspense thriller. It doesn't have that much blood, and it's the absurd premise that a blind guy can overtake three young home invaders who can see. There are lots of other scenes that didn't make any sense, but I'm giving this one 4 out of 5 stars. I like the eerie kind of background music, the weird basement cellar type of scenery in the movie, the dark brooding kind of atmosphere. It all sort of worked. The beginning was kind of lame. There was an intentional jump scene where the dog jumps up at the window that actually made me jump. But that was the only intentional kind of jump scene. The dog looked nasty, so it was pretty legitimate to have that dog in there. My girlfriend Oceana, the 27-year-old fob with the hairy legs, we were going to go to Castro Theater to see what is it, Holy Mountain and Zardoz, but she's not a big fan of older movies, naturally. So we went to Tanfran, and I was kind of surprised that she liked horror flicks, which is almost as good, not quite, but you can't have everything, right? So we went to see Don't Breathe, Tanfran Mall last night. She was flashing her hairy legs wearing that dress, and she had a catheter hanging out from her dress. It was kind of bizarre, but hey, she's my kind of gal, I guess. Although she's talking about shaving her hairy legs and stuff. I don't know. Anyways, she mentioned that she was gonna move to Minnesota, which kind of bothered me. She said she wants to adopt kids, but I can't move to Minnesota, so I don't know what she's thinking. I guess she hates San Francisco, even though there are tons of Chinese people there who speak her native tongue, Mandarin, and she understands Shanghainese in addition. She said she grew up within 200 kilometers of Shanghai, and she basically told me her life story. She can talk now. She had a urine infection on Monday, which is a bummer. Anyways, enough about her. We were pretty much French kissing throughout the movie, so I missed the initial basement scene. Um, but when I was kissing her, I heard this boom. So I looked up and started paying more attention to the movie. Uh, so it's about these three people. They like to break into houses. The blondie, she wants to. I guess she's around 24, single mom. She wants to bring her daughter to California for some stupid reason. The 6-year-old daughter wants to move to California so that she can surf. She looks a little bit too young for surfing, but I can understand the desire to move from Michigan to California. So it made a little bit of sense, but 6-year-old girl surfing, that was a little far-fetched. Same thing with the blind dude. He gets his bedroom smoked out, and yet he's still able to go into the foyer or whatever. Looks like a big house in Detroit. Anyways, that part didn't make sense. How he's able to overcome 3 people who can see didn't make sense. There was something else that kind of made it unbelievable. I can't think of it off the top of my head right now. Just woke up. So this guy, this blind guy, he gets a settlement, $300,000. Supposedly he's got $1 million hidden somewhere in his house. But actually he's got something far more menacing. He's got the girl who murdered his daughter tied up, and I don't know, it's got this weird kind of trapeze system going on in his basement, and padded walls and stuff. She's got duct tape on her mouth. That was pretty cool, actually. I wasn't expecting that. Kind of came out of nowhere. Not only the idea that the home invaders are more blind than this guy, but also he tries to inject his sperm into this girl with like a plastic tube thing, really nasty looking thing. And he's wearing his wife beater, so he looks even more menacing. This old guy, old blind man. There's no protagonist in this, no plot per se, but everybody's pretty much nasty. So he impregnates her with this plastic tube in her private part. She's pregnant, but he accidentally shoots her when the kids are like running around the basement. Prior to that, he just walks up nonchalantly, grabs the guy's gun away from him, and starts choking him. I don't know why he didn't shoot the blind man. That was the other thing that was kind of improbable, hard to imagine. Just standing there going, "Don't make me shoot you, old man. Don't make me shoot you, old man." Then the old man just grabs his gun. Anyways, he accidentally shoots his pregnant lover, prisoner, whatever you want to call her. So he's bummed out. He can't have another daughter to replace the one that she murdered. I guess he raped her and made her pregnant. So that's a pretty nasty form of revenge, I guess. I've never seen that before in a movie. Kind of interesting, the storyline there. And then he reveals that he's an atheist, and he's about to inject the blondie with his sperm to get revenge on her for getting invading his house and making him shoot his second opportunity to have his daughter. Then the other guy, young guy who's in love with the blondie, the single mom, he's got a crush on her or something. He keeps, another unbelievable thing is when he's laying on the broken glass, the blind man shoots him. He goes through the glass and he's still alive. So he keeps escaping death. Don't ask me how. The blondie does the same thing. Eventually he gets shot, though. I guess in a vital body part this time, because he's dead. So they try to extend the lives of these three, mainly to make the movie an hour and a half. And the gal's like, she gets her head dragged on the ground in the beginning, which is really closer to the end. The ending didn't make sense. I guess it's setting up for a sequel. So I was kind of bummed about the ending, and the beginning was kind of boring. The build-up was not that good. But overall, I enjoyed the movie. I can't say highly recommended. I could say check it out. Even the blind man, he goes through the glass thing, and I don't know, he gets beat up pretty bad, but he doesn't die. He's like indestructible. The guy beats him over the head with a shovel and a couple times, and he just bounces back like he's got his head is made out of steel or something. It's like watching Monk in The Phantom Creeps. Keeps getting shot, but nothing happens. He just walks off like it's nothing. So there's that. Pretty cool horror flick, or suspense thriller, I guess. Not too much blood or anything. Just kind of weird. The blind man hides the body by filling up a vat full of petroleum, sticking the body in there. So I guess the police can't find it at the end. So the news report just says that this blind guy who got blind from mortar or something in Iraq, he killed a couple of home invaders. Then the blondie just goes off, sees the news report. I don't want to spoil the ending too much, but kind of a lame ending. I think somebody in the theater said whatever. It's just setting up for a sequel. And it's only produced for $9.9 million, but it ended up grossing over $50 million. So it's kind of a financial boon for Sam Raimi and all of the investors. So pretty cool flick. I enjoyed it. I think my girlfriend Oceana had a good time. She's had an interesting life, a lot of sad stories and stuff, Maybe that's why she likes older guys. I don't know. Um, so she wants to go to a movie with my son now. Uh, but my son's not too keen on movies. When we were in Chico last month, he didn't want to go. Uh, anyways, that'll be interesting to see if she's up for waking up early and hanging out with my son next Sunday. Maybe that'll keep her here. I don't know. I don't know what her motivation is or why she continues to date me. I guess she just wants to be a whore, which is fine with me. I'm cool with that. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, pretty cool flick, 4 to 5 stars. So, guess you could check out the middle part when it comes out on DVD. Skip the beginning and the ending, and you'll be good. Pretty cool plot twists in this one. The basement scene, and you know how it starts out at the end where he's dragging her head on the street, and it's all bloody. Um, you think he's killed everybody, but that's another plot twist. At the end, she comes back to life miraculously, and there's some ladybug. She talks about having a rough life where her mother locked her in the trunk, but a ladybug came, so she got a ladybug tattoo. The ladybug flies on her hand when she's about to die from this blind guy attacking her, and then the ladybug flies away and like gives her supergirl power or something. I don't know. That was kind of weird. A lot of interesting facets. For instance, they're in the dark basement, but it's kind of lit up for the movie, so you can see what's going on in the basement, but they can't see. So the girl's like reaching out to the blind guy. It's totally pitch black, supposedly. And that was kind of an interesting concept, that the blonde girl was more blind than the blind man, because the blind man's able to use his senses or something. He's got like Spider-Man senses. I don't know. So that was pretty cool. Another thing that I wasn't expecting, kind of interesting take on being blind. Although blind people don't really see darkness, they see colors. I learned that from Werner Herzog documentary called The Land of Darkness and something. I don't remember. But anyways, pretty cool flick. Check out the middle part if you ever get to watch it on DVD. I saw it on the big screen. Wish I could have seen Holy Mountain and Zardoz, which I've already seen before, but never seen it on the big screen. So that was kind of a bummer, but at the same time it was kind of nice that my girlfriend, lover, whatever you want to call her, she 27-year-old fob, Oceana, she didn't want to watch older movies from the 70s. She's into newer movies, so thank goodness she was a horror fan, even though this isn't really a horror movie. It's more like a thriller suspense movie. Still pretty cool flick. I thought it was good. It wasn't a great movie. It could have been better if they had just maybe added a few more characters, a few more home invaders. That would have been pretty cool. So that's the end of my review. Laters.